Okay, Spread 59, I'm up here at the Mill Creek Reservoir, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm looking at the back end of it. Okay, now we're gonna zoom in as far as we can so we can get here. Can't really see that. I can't tell if it's blurry or not. It's on my face. But anyway, toward the back here. Anyway, right back here is where I'm going. Now, back up here. Right over there. Right in that hollow right there. Top right there. I was up in there last hunt season. Big old wolf. Way back there. But anyway, I went to set up on a ridge, and on the right side of the ridge I had a rock thrown at me all the way across. I'm like, okay, well, I come work my way down the ridge here, you know. Wow. Okay, anyway, I come walking out, and the sucker followed me all the way across that ridge until I got down to the end of the rock wall right there. But he was right up in there, all the way down that ridge and all the way back that way. Now if you look, let me get up, do this here. Kind of stuck here. Okay. This is the reservoir. Okay, this is what I'm looking at every day. Every single day. All them mountains. That's all I see. Beautiful. Beautiful mountains. Let's see if I can get a good clear view here. Let me zoom in slow. There we go. That's pretty. There we go. See? That's what I look at every morning. I think it's kind of cool. But anyway, I'm going back here in that little flat spot right over in there behind the reservoir, and I'm looking for a trackway. Okay. Okay. I'm back here at the back of the reservoir. Now I'll tell you, I've seen tracks all over the place. The problem is, it's in grass and water. So I've been seeing steps 5-6 feet down to a normal sized person walking. So being hunting season, I can't really just distinguish if they are squash tracks or not. So, but this is what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at a side of a ridge at the back, and it's about a 1/4 mile to the top. I can get to the top and follow it, but that's about an hour's climb, and it's rocky too. So I might get lucky and give me a few squirrels. That's what I'm up here for anyway. I'm just piddling. So we'll see what happens. That's what it looks like on the flat part. Trail goes right on around that way. Goes on back that way, and if you go back to a certain point on the back side of this ridge right here and take a left, takes you to B&R Grocery in Sharanda. Well, actually we are in Sharanda. So I'm just looking right now, taking my time, hot and sweaty, try to cool down a little bit and everything, just take my time. But this is the first time I've been back in here in probably about 10 or 15 years. I mean, this is where I used to do all my bobcat hunting back years ago, but things have thinned out, so I'll just keep an eye on structures and whatever I can find. Hopefully I'll find something good. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay. Didn't see it run back much. Let me clean my screen here. But I'll show you what I did find on the front part of it. Now, let's go this one right here. Follow it down. It's on top of that stick, on top of that tree right there. Okay. Now, look at this right here. Okay. That was done probably about back last year. But here's the fun part. I'm out here bebopping around looking for squirrels. Let me show you what I find over here, which is pretty cool. See right here. Yeah. It's cool, man. It goes down that way. Now, you can see this piece right here going up to here. Now, this tree right here, this piece right here, is the same as this one. But if you notice the difference, look where this one right here is sitting, and look where this one's sitting. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Just like it's cool as hell. Now I'm in a good little area here, and it breaks everywhere. I'll just go through here slowly and show you what I got. Now, this is at the foot of the reservoir, Milk Creek Reservoir. You know, just walking through here, you know. Looking trees, this, that, or the other, and I'm looking for squirrels. Let me give you a good example here. Now, the trees I'm going to show you, the little trees I've been over, I'm going to show you are actually straight, up and down. But, you get over here, and show you right here. So, okay? Now, something pulled this tree over. And this tree, little tree right here is straight. It's supposed to be straight, but it's not. And you got over here, you just look at that, all that shit. But they're straight, but why is it the big tree got them underneath of it? Interesting point, good theory. That could be a yes and that could be a no. It just all depends on how you look at it. This is a good little area. I found tracks. Look at this here. Right there. Yeah, little bend right there. Yeah. Go straight up like that. I mean, there's so much stuff in here. I haven't been down in here in a while. This tree right here is straight. Look how they got it. They got it sewed into that crap right there. Interesting. And right there. And right there. Cool, little X. I like this area here because it's off the road. People's got to walk about a mile to get to it back in the mountains. And people don't want to do it. I mean, you got hikers and everything that come back here, you know, videotaping all that stuff like I do, but I come back here hunting, but I come back here squatching. God bless it. They're gonna kill you here. But we got a whole bunch of stuff here. I'm just checking them out as I go along. Here we go. Right here. There you go. Cool. Interesting. See the twist? That's what I like about it. You always know when they do something because they always give a twist. That's their like signature mark. But I'll show you some more stuff here as we go along and everything. Like right this right here. That's a kind of maybe yes and maybe no. That's a hickory tree. This right here must have fell a couple of, like last year, because it's dead. And we got this piece right here. That could be. Ooh, look at that squirrels. Look at them denim trees. Look at this denim tree. That's a denim tree. That's where you'll find your squirrels at. But I got a lot more in here than squirrels right now. Dang it. I'm trying to get my, there we go. Get my rifle situated. Okay, if you walk down through here. Okay. Ah. Okay. We got a break right there. Okay. See a break right there? Now, let's step over and around this here. I'm gonna kill myself because there's so many daggone these. You got these briars. They're like cable. They're so damn thick. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Go up here. Boom. Like I say, they're in these parts, and I'm looking at signs. I'm looking at signs everywhere, because you can tell this piece right here was set there, and this piece right here was set here. You can see it's set right there, in both of them. And you can tell right there. Okay, now cut straight up. Now look at that. That fork is wrapped around. The fork right there is inside that wood fork. Cool. Yeah. Just got no turkey. Now I'm seeing turkey up in here. A lot of turkey. Along the trail now, or a so-called trail. Yeah, people come back here in the spring to go fishing, I will admit that. But they don't know what they're looking at. They see something, oh, that's nature. Not necessarily. I get right there. It's not a turkey. Might be a grouse or something like that. You can see where deer's been walking and everything. Come to a crossroad here. I gotta find a way across the creek. Yeah, I definitely gotta find a way across this creek. I see a way it was gonna come. I ain't them getting wet. But they cross from over there, that ridge, come down the ridge, cross the road, come down through there, across the creek, and go right up in there. Good feeding area for deer, plenty of deer up in there. But hunters don't like walking back in there because it's too damn far to drag a deer. if they're more than 15 minutes away from their vehicle, they won't hunt. They'll just leave them be. That's why squatches. Just like that day I was back up there camping and I found that skull and everything. That was luck. I was at the right place at the right time. I found it. Looky here. Let me cross over here now. Ooh. There we go. Here a little bit. Yeah, right there. Right there. Fresh break. That's fresh too. That's like maybe a day old. A break right there off the limb. And not coming off in trees right there. Those are white oaks. Oh, okay. Got an idea. Let's see here. Man, I don't want to get my feet wet. It looks like I'm gonna have to. You bopping out through here, see what I can come up with here. There's a track going around through here. I see footprints. That's fresh. That's an oak tree, but there's one of them oaks over there. If I can get up here to this log, I can cross that log. I damn well don't want to get my feet wet. Okay, ziggy-zag here. Yep, folks, I'm in the thick of it. When you try to follow a squash, it's like trying to follow a fucking dog through shit. They take such large steps. Large steps. Dang it. Shit. See what I'm talking about? How thick it is? Let me go with my hat. There we go. I'm going to make one hell of a mess, ain't I? Oops, down here. Turn this around. Get it back up. Okay, here we go. There we go. When you're wearing coveralls, it makes it hard to kind of straighten your legs, kind of bend your legs, you know. But I'm gonna bust my ass and I can see that coming right there. Well, I ain't got no choice, so I'll be right back after I bust my ass.